babies, it's Psychic Bob. Well, it's Saturday, and welcome to our Saturday Seance. So many of you have been writing and telling me lately how much you enjoy my scrying seances when we do water scrying or black mirror scrying or crystal ball scrying. So Psychic Bob's hearing you, so I thought tonight we'd do a good old classic water scrying seance. Come on along. Now, to do water scrying, it's very simple. All you need is a little bowl, preferably a black scrying bowl. Let me show you our altar setup here. Here in the middle of our altar, I have a black scrying bowl. Now, this is a really cool bowl. It's the triple goddess bowl. So it's got the maiden, the mother, and the crone going around it on three sides. And you can see it's got roots and trees. It's very witchy. But I love this bowl. I've had this for a few years. And if you like this bowl, you can get one of these over at rarewiccaspells.com. Lady Angela, who many of you know, sells it over there. But definitely check out her store at rarewiccaspells.com. And, you know, I know somebody's going to write and say, well, Bob, I have a dark bowl, but it's not a witch bowl. Can I use it? Yes, really any bowl you want you can use. It should have a black interior. As you can see, this bowl has a black interior. So, you know, it doesn't matter whether it's made of glass or ceramic. I actually have some black glass bowls and also black ceramic. This one's made of resin, which makes it unbreakable, which is really nice because me being a klutz, it's easy to spill it. And then you want to have some candles on your altar. I've got a candle back here, and I've got two illuminator candles here, which we're going to flank the bowl with. Now, I'm using silver candlesticks. You don't have to get so fancy. You can use votive candles or whatever type of candles you want. I got a jar candle back here. So we're going to light up our altar now. So let's do that. Oh, wonderful. And then we'll just light our other candle. There we go. And then we want to add our water to the bowl. Now, people are going to say, well, do I have to consecrate the water or anything? If you want to use your altar holy water, you're welcome to do that. I'm just using regular tap water here. But you can also charge it after you get ready to scry. So I'm just going to use this regular water now and pour it in our bowl. Wow, look at that. That's a great picture. This is an antique silver pitcher that I like to use. You know, I think it's really cool when you have special, you know, tools that are set aside just for your magical work. So like this bowl is never used as a snack bowl. It's only for scrying. And then this pitcher is only used for ritual work, to carry water at rituals. So there we go. There is our scrying seance. So we've got our scrying seance setup, excuse me. We've got our scrying bowl there, and then we've got our candles, and we're good to go. I might recommend also that you have either a black cloth background or a white cloth. Some people find that having a white cloth background helps them to focus on the scrying bowl, kind of makes a greater contrast, or black. Either way, you know, it doesn't matter, but I'm using a black cloth today. So let's get ready to scry. Now, I think I'm going to take down the lights and make it a bit dimmer. So let's see how this goes. Can you guys see me? And so here I am at the altar by candlelight. Now we want to just sit back and relax as we gaze into our mystical scrying bowl. You'll notice on the altar the scrying bowl is sitting here. And if you have the soft candlelight, it should allow you to have a deep, inky surface. And you want to look at, see how it's like a mirror, how you can see reflections in it? And it looks like deep, deep blackness. That's perfect for scrying. You know, the witches of old would scry in their cauldrons. And if you have a magical witch's cauldron, you can use that for scrying. But make sure to clean it out if it's a real cast iron cauldron, because it will rust. I ruined a cauldron one time by scrying it with it, and I didn't dry it properly, and it turned to rust. So don't do that. But that's why I like this scrying bowl, because it's this one's made of acrylic, or it's a resin, and so it doesn't chip, it doesn't fade, it doesn't, it's great. The witches of old also, many of them would go out and scry in like natural bodies of water. So if they lived near a pond or a lake, they could do that as well. And for those winter months where they couldn't go out because it was so cold, many of them would scry in their cauldrons. So here we are. So let's begin. Oh, one other tool that you might want to have on the altar with you is a wand. Now, if you don't have a wand, don't panic. You can use your hand to do this. But I happen to have a beautiful, lovely witch's wand here. This was hand carved. It's made of wood. And so we're going to use this in our invocation. So we'll say, I like to do this invocation. We're going to invoke the mystical pentacle. And so I'll say, here this pentacle, and you can actually touch the water. Here this pentacle I lay, for blessing and protection by night, by day. Let us see what we will see. As I will, so mote it be. Let that wand just touch that water. And know that you have invoked power. So mote it be. So mote it be. And you may have to adjust your candlelight. If it's too bright, you might want to just move your candles back just a little bit so that it's not the focus and you can get a good clear view of your water. And then you want to just sit back and take some deep breaths and just let the images come. You may see the water start to cloud over, it may become black, or it might become very bright, either way. And if you just go with it and just sit with it, images will start to form. So let us just now sit and invoke the Spirit. Great Spirit, we ask you now, show us what there is to see. Open the door between the worlds. As I peer into this water, I'm starting to see a little misting. It's kind of clouding over. It's getting a little gray looking. That's a good sign. Some people find that just by resting their hands around the bowl or cupping it, it helps them to connect deeper. This may be a technique you want to try. Rub your hands around the bowl. Get a feel of that water energy. As I said, to me, it's appearing to cloud over. What's wild is it's looking like the night sky. Wow, it's really beautiful because it looks like clouds with the moon rolling, like clouds rolling in front of the moon. See if the clouds will clear. I'm seeing a giant full moon. Oh, it's so beautiful. It's bright, silvery. Wow. Now, one of the things you may want to do is, if you want a little extra power, take your projective hand. That's the hand that you write with. For me, I'm left-handed, so I'm using my left hand here. And pass it clockwise over the bowl with the intent that you will lend power to the scrying session, lend power to the water to increase the vision. So I'm lending a little extra power. Wow, I'm actually getting some higher frequency here. Wow. This is amazing. Wow, this is really beautiful because I'm seeing a full moon, and what's interesting is that the scene is switching now. And I'm hearing water, it's waves coming in. And I'm finding myself literally as if I'm in the scene. I'm standing on a beach and it's a full moon rising over the ocean as the waves come in. This is so lovely. I can just hear the water. It's so peaceful. This is so beautiful. And as I hear the waves rolling in, I can see the moon rising. And I'm seeing, this is wild, it looks like a woman is coming up out of the water, like she's rising out of the ocean. This is amazing. I think it's the goddess. She's dressed in beautiful aqua blue robes with a white, kind of like a translucent veil, kind of a filmy veil. She's so beautiful, and there's like beautiful white light glowing around her. It's at nighttime, by the way, as you know, and she's like almost as bright as the moon is. And I'm seeing her rise above the ocean. She's literally floating in the air. The moon is above her. And what's interesting, I'm seeing a pinpoint of light over her head. What is that? And she's coming closer now. And what I'm seeing is that light above her is actually a pentagram. It's a 5-pointed star, but it's made of glowing white light. It's the white star of witchcraft. And I'm hearing her voice. She says, I am the Lady of the Sacred Waters. I am the Ancient Mother. And I come to you now to remind you that I exist in all the seas and lakes and rivers and streams of the earth. Wow. I hear her voice and she says, some call me Stella Maris. I am the star of the sea, and you see above me the sacred white star glowing. Some call me Mary. Some call me Lady of Lords. Some call me Ancient One. Whatever title you call me, know that I am your mother. For me, all life has come. Embrace life. Love my element of water. It is my womb that brings life to many. Wow, this is amazing. And as I see her, she's holding in her hand a silver chalice. And she's handing it to me. She says, you are the guardian of my sacred tool, the chalice. And I'm nodding and I'm saying, yes, Great Mother, I am the guardian. And she says, guard my sacred tool well and guard my sacred waters. She's tasking me with this service. I'm responding, yes. She's saying to me that many look to the sea with reverence and awe. Yet there are others who destroy, who treat it as trash, as their dumping ground. The word she says is their place of disposal. And the great goddess is saying that all of us who hear her calling must reverence the sea, for it is her blood, it is her womb. And she says, I call all of you to be guardians, guardians of the sea. And she says, you are not alone, for I will help you with this work. And she's reaching above her, and she's like got in her hand the star. And she's holding out the white star to me, and she's saying, I give you my sacred symbol of power. It will protect you and strengthen you on the journey, that you may do the work of spirit. She says, please accept this gift of the star. So beautiful. And I'm holding in my hand this glowing star of white light, and I can feel its power. And I'm looking back and I see her floating with a grin, joy on her face. So she's like nodding, like saying, yes, you've accepted my blessings. And I see the moon glowing bright, and she's turning now and pointing to the moon. She said, it is also my sacred sign. It is the silver disk of my presence. Honor the moon, and you honor me. Honor the sea, and you honor me. Honor the sacred star, and you honor me. And now, she's literally just like fading. She's like starting to disappear, and she's like turning to mist. And it's almost like cigarette smoke now, just like how smoke dissipates. And I'm finding myself back on the beach, just staring at the moon. And in my hand still glows this beautiful star that I'm seeing. It's literally like about the size of a starfish, but it's a white 5-pointed star of brilliant light. And now it's starting to fade and it's disappearing, but I can still feel its power. Now I'm standing alone on the beach, listening to the water. And now the image is starting to fade. Now I'm back. Fully back. Ooh, that was amazing. Now I'm just seeing the water. The image faded in the water. Wasn't that amazing? Well, I'm not getting anything else now, but it was really beautiful. And I hope that this has been uplifting for you, you know. If you've never done scrying, I would recommend it, you know. You can try all forms, water scrying, crystal scrying, mirror scrying. I don't know, I really resonate to the element of water. I think I'm a bit of a water witch. So this has brought me a lot of blessings tonight. And I hope it has you as well. Now that we're done with our scrying session, one thing remains, and that is to close out the portal. I like to open the portal and close the portal, so I'm going to pick up my wand, and again we're going to trace the pentacle. And I'll say, here this pentacle I lay for blessing and protection by night by day. Let this portal now be closed. As I will, so mote it be. Just trace the pentacle and know that it is done. So mote it be. So mote it be. It won't blow out. Well, guys, I've certainly enjoyed doing this scrying seance with you tonight, and I hope you've enjoyed it too. Tell me in the box below, do you do scrying? Have you ever worked with scrying? Do you scry with water? Have you ever used a crystal ball? Maybe you have your own way of scrying. Maybe you scry herbs. We'll talk about that also. But I'd sure love to hear from you. Tell me about your experiences with scrying. Guys, thanks for being here. Listen, keep it here at Spirit Channel. We got more coming. Be here tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Eastern U.S. time. We're going to have a hangout with Psychic Bob. Psychic Bob's Sunday hangout. I'll be doing live psychic readings, 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 Central, 5 Mountain, 4 p.m. Pacific. That'll be midnight London time, 1 a.m. Paris time, and whatever other time zone you're in. So be back here tomorrow. I love you guys. Listen, blessed be to all of you. So mote it be.